Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day here in Maryland. I'm on a hike in the woods. No, I'm not. I'm lying to you. I'm at the train station. Right outside the airport. Oh, I think that might be my train. Yay! I'll tell you about where I'm going next soon. Hey guys, a little quick video from the future, kinda. I've just gotten back from DC. I'm waiting for the shuttle back to the airport, but I realized I had just filmed a moment where I was about to get on the train, and then the next segment of this little video was of me in a sculpture garden heading towards a museum, and I never told you where I was going. So my goal for the day was to go to the Museum of Natural History, which I did, and you'll see that in a moment. And then I also hit the Museum of U.S. History as well later on. So you're going to see some of that in a few minutes as well. But I figured I would do a little bit of a segue from what you just saw to what I would be doing in the future. Does that make any sense? All right, have fun. Bye. Right, hi, look at this. It just seems a couple of days ago I was filming a video about my walk along the Las Vegas Strip. I told you there was another sculpture just like the eraser in Las Vegas, and here it is in the this is a sculpture garden right outside the National Gallery, which is over there. That is a future stop for me. The National Archives are right there. Is that blurry? That's where the National Archives are. And boy, I can't tell you, this day is unspeakably gorgeous. It is beautiful. So I'm coming back out onto Constitution Avenue, and if I'm not mistaken,
turn left onto Constitution Avenue Northwest.
Google Maps just told you I am turning west on Constitution Avenue, and I think that is the museum I'm going to right there on my left. Here we am, guys. I can't wait. Oh my God, is that the Hope Diamond? Yes. Look at the size of those teeth. Crazy. And for scale. Giant squid.
This is absolutely
no calamari here.
See how inconsistent that is?
How disgusting is that? All right, one of my first stops, the Hope Diamond. Yay. On my way to the Hope Diamond, I got this little view of part of the museum. There is way too much to do here in one day. Where's that diamond? Look at that. Oh, good Lord. Alright. That's insane. That is insane. Alright. I really can't capture the brilliance of this aquamarine. It's my birthstone. 10,363 carats. Look at that. These are pieces of fluorite. Crazy town. Look at that color. Holy gosh. And that is also fluorite. How wild that, you know, the same gemstone or the same material can be so different. Look at that. And right over here is a piece of, well, there's gypsum growing on that rock. I only noticed gypsum because Las Vegas has apparently quite a few gypsum mines, or Las Vegas area, I should say, and Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, I believe, also had gypsum mines. Now, who doesn't love diamonds, right? But one of my favorite gemstones, or the things I'm most attracted to, is rutilated quartz, or sometimes tourmalated quartz. Look at that one right there. That's insane. And those up there, they've got little, like, cubes within them. Wild. Look at that formation. Look at that. Great. Look at this. That's insane. Look at that. That is crazy. That's natural. That's not an arrangement. Get a load of this stuff. That's crazy. And apparently it's called Elbeit or something. Craziness. I'm in the bones section of the museum. Apparently this hasn't been renovated since the 60s, but look at that. Look at that. It's a swordfish. I'm sure you guessed it right there. Look at that. It's a skate. The bone, the cartilage, I guess, the skeleton of a skate. Wacky. And terrifying. What is this? A lamprey or a hagfish. Alright, that's disturbing. That's just disturbing. It looks like something out of Alien. Alright, no matter how old a guy gets, I think we all still love dinosaurs. Look at this. Tyrannosaurus Rex. My goodness. Now, I come up to standing, I come right about there on his leg bone. He is pretty damn tall. Oh, he is big animal. And I've moved on to mummies. He had some unfortunate dental work done. That is a real mummy, apparently. He is 2,200 years old. Looks good. I mean, for being that old. I didn't know that they had real bugs here.
I didn't either.
That is disturbing. He looks like a real leaf.
Yes.
Well, because he's a giant
Absolutely.
walking leaf.
Absolutely.
Apparently there's a bunch in here. But if I slowly pan, maybe you can find them. Oh, I think I see another one. They just look like half-eaten leaves. Look at that. He looks like he's half-eaten. Oh, kissing others? Milkweed bugs? I thought they were kissing bugs. We used to see those in Florida a lot. Oh my god, that's a cricket. Grasshopper. Oh, looks like Jiminy Cricket. Look at the size of that thing.
Grip into our skin. So we have all of these little imperfections and lines in our skin that these hooks just are able to get into to help them stay in, but they don't like attach to you and they can't actually like puncture you.
Ever since I was a little boy, I've been in love with the narwhal whale, and I've never seen one of their tusks in person. It's fascinating. Look at that. This one's a double tusked narwhal. Crazy. Isn't that wild?
That's the thing.
It's crazy. And unfortunately, you can see what this, where it erupts from the snout, it never really heals because it's always constantly agitated. Poor thing. And here we have a gallery of my ex-boyfriends. That was the earliest human relative that we know of. There's another ex-boyfriend. I loved his eyes. He was a good kisser. I don't know why we went out. Homo erectus. Very good hair. Neanderthal, I guess. Huh. Okay. And this is Homo florensis. Interesting. How terrifying is that? Somehow that number is just terrifying.
Of course, that asteroid.
And what we've done to this planet.
There's that asteroid.
Crazy. Yeah. I found more fossils. This is the American Mastodon. It's a hadrosaur. I'm just learning from overhearing someone next to me that this is the most complete T-Rex skeleton in the country or the world, I forget. That's not the original skull. The skull is in a warehouse somewhere, but everything else is original. How cool is that? Alright, so I'll have to read that. This is the dinosaur I'm going to show you right now. It's going to take me a bit to film it because it's such a big thing. His head's up there. His neck. Look at
Look at this.
how nutty. And his tail goes all the way down. Look at that. Crazy town. Apparently those are the eggs that something like this would grow into in the course of 20 years. Crazy town. Remember those teeth I showed you earlier, the shark's teeth, the jaws? Well, apparently this is what those teeth belong to. You really can't see a real... Well, look at the size of the people in the viewfinder, and look at the size of this thing. Yeah, that shark could swallow 2 people, 3 people in one bite. Crazy. All right, guys. So that was part of the Museum of Natural History. I did jump all over the place because the place isn't really that sort of organized. You wander from room to room and suddenly you're in completely different exhibits. But I just scratched the surface there. I do want to go back on the future layover. I realized about 2:30 that I was like weaving. I was so tired. I am deeply fatigued. But I am glad I came into the city. I took a wrong turn leaving the museum and I ended up there. I got some ice cream to refresh myself, and since it is about 3:20, I still have a little bit of time while the museums are still open. So the Museum of U.S. History is right over here, so I'm going to pop in there for a little bit and then make my way back to the train station and to get back to the hotel, because I am sincerely wiped out. Cool though, huh? This is a little video about the original flag that was flying that inspired the Star-Spangled Banner. I was just able to look at it in a low light room, but we weren't able to take pictures of it. But just this little video gives an idea of how huge this flag was. Its remaining size is about 30 by 34 feet. Crazy. I love that this is right inside the entrance of the U.S. History Museum. I'll give you a moment if you want to read that, pause that. I just think it's fantastic to see this right across. You can pause it if you want to take a look. But it's, you know, it's right across from the original Star Spangled Banner. I think that's fantastic. It's a voting machine from 1898.
The reason for me to vote is to remain engaged. The moment I stop caring, the moment that I become cynical, I think that would be...
Go Boston! Hometown. Apparently Ted Williams wore this shirt. Okay, so my ex-boyfriend Steven got us tickets to see a show in New York I had never heard of before called Kinky Boots back in 2013, and Billy Porter was playing the role of Lola, and this is the dress he wore on stage. It feels kind of wild seeing the dress, knowing that I saw it on stage at one point. I think that's kind of cool. Alright, so now today I've seen the Hope Diamond and Judith Garland's ruby slippers. Feeling very gay right now. Alright, these are the gowns of the First Ladies. Eleanor Roosevelt wore that. Nancy Reagan wore that. Jackie Kennedy. Gorgeous. Julia Grant. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my god. And that was worn by Grace Coolidge.
Oh, right here. Here I am.
Closing my eyes. Michelle Obama, the Queen. Laura Bush. Hillary Clinton. Look at that, that's amazing. Barbara Bush, product of the decade. It's not her fault. But look at that. Ooh, Nancy Reagan's inaugural gown. Beautiful. Rosalind Carter. Betty Ford. What's this? Oh, Melania Trump. I don't hate her. This was her inaugural gown. I don't hate her. I do question her taste in men. Alright. I think I'm gonna get out of here. This is the most populated part of the museum right now. This is really neat. It's a timeline of all the presidents, and I feel particularly embarrassed that I had forgotten there was a president named Polk. Really neat. And most of the portraits here are flattering. Well, Gerald Ford, not a real flattering photo. Even Nixon looks better in his picture. How handsome was Lyndon Johnson? Just very handsome. And all our guys here. My favorite guy ever. I just wish his wife would run for president one day. Love Michelle. This is Abraham Lincoln's actual top hat. This card here says it's one of the Smithsonian's most treasured icons. Neat. Look at that. Oop, a little blurry. Sorry. This section of the museum is all about Americans at war, and it starts with the Revolutionary War, of course, and all the wars since. I can only imagine that if there were a real exhibit about America at war, it would be a very, very, very large complex of buildings. Unfortunately. So in preparing to leave, because I am toast right now, I saw this display of Tupperware, which I thought was wild because I remember these exact pieces from my childhood. And then next to that, I saw this, which brought other memories back, which aren't so pleasant. These days, when people need welfare assistance for food and things like that, we have SNAP and or WIC. And back in the 70s, we used food stamps, and it was a weird thing to go to the grocery store because you pulled out food stamps, and everyone around you automatically knew that you were poor, and it was really. It was a challenge, but yeah, those are food stamps. It looks like Monopoly money, but you would pass these in to a clerk or a cashier, and they'd be treated almost as cash. Not a happy memory. In fact, let me move my camera. The one, I didn't get beaten very often physically, but the one beating I really remember is when I stole some food stamps out of my mother's purse. She was probably passed out or something. I was hungry, there was no food, so I stole some food stamps. I went to the convenience store at the corner and I bought some moon pies. If you don't know what a moon pie is, it's sort of like a packaged s'more. It's round, it's chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallow. I love them, but they turn to paste in your mouth. But I digress. I bought some moon pies, and the woman at the register, the next time she saw my mother, she chewed my mother out for letting me buy moon pies with food stamps. Oh boy, was I in trouble. She was so embarrassed. But I think I'm going to end this little tour of the museums here because I am toast. Oh my god. It is now about 1:35 in Las Vegas in the afternoon, and that means I had been awake for way more than 24 hours. I did take a 1-hour nap this morning, but I am toast. So I'm going to head back to Union Station. I think I called it Penn Station in an earlier part of this video, but it's Union Station, so I can jump on the train and head back to the hotel. If you watched all of this video, I am shocked and amazed. As always, I'm surprised you guys watch these videos, but I hope you had a good time. I captured bits and pieces of these two museums. If you have an opportunity to come, there's vastly more to look at. It's impossible to do this in one day. So, otherwise, I'm rambling now. I will talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye. All right, so I'm almost back to the train station. I know I told you I was ending that video. Oh, but I couldn't resist walking up to the Capitol building and getting a view. I mean, can you beat this day? It's just so beautiful. And then we've got the sun's almost setting and the Washington Monument back there. So now I'm gonna walk around that way because Union Station's on the other side of the Capitol building there. Hey guys, I know this video seems like it's never ending, but so does this walk. Apparently, in going to see the Capitol building up close, I walked in the wrong direction. I have a mile more to walk, a little bit more than that. But in passing, I happened to find the Supreme Court building. I think that's kind of cool. It says equal justice under law up there on top. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but so there is the Supreme Court building, and that is directly across from the Capitol building over there. And now I have to walk like a mile that way. Wish me luck. Man, guys, I just got back to my hotel room. It is a little past 8 o'clock at night. I have waited for an hour for the hotel shuttle. When it finally arrived, I couldn't even say a word to him. I just opened the door myself, got in, closed it, sat in silence in the back. It took 10 minutes to drive to the hotel. I don't know why it took an hour to pick me up. But I couldn't even speak to him. I would have said something unpleasant and uncalled for. So I just zipped my lip. But I wanted to end this very long video by thanking you for watching. And yeah, I got my steps in today, huh? Thanks for joining me. And I will talk to you soon. All right, fly safe. Bye.